When does Tulsa Municipal Court have jury trials? I'm Tulsa Attorney James Worth, and that is the question that we have. If you're charged with a citation or a crime in Tulsa Municipal Court, that court does traffic tickets all the way up to misdemeanors, does not handle felonies. But for many of those things, you may have a right to a jury trial. I'm going to do a separate video that discusses when you have that right. But if you do have a right to a jury trial and you exercise that right, when is your trial going to be? Well, they don't have jury trials every week. That requires a lot of work, sending out mailers to bring the jurors in to go through that process. So they actually only do it 4 times a year. They do it 1 week in each of the following months: January, April, July, and October. So a lot of times you have to wait for those. And just because the next one coming up, doesn't mean that's when it's going to be when you get your jury trial. Sometimes there's a waiting list on those, and the ones that have been going on for longer or the in custodies are going to get preferential treatment on that to be heard. So just because that's the next one coming up doesn't mean it's going to be your docket, but it may be bumped to the next quarter in order to get that done. Now, to find out specifically what weeks those are, you can talk to the court ahead of that to find out what week they're doing the jury trial for those various months. Or obviously, if you've got an attorney involved, then you can speak with the attorney about that. When you are set for a jury trial, although it's set for that week when they have the jurors, they're going to call the cases in a certain order. Your case is not necessarily going to be first up. So in order to determine that and to expect when your case is going to go, it's going to be set for a jury trial sounding docket on the Friday before that week. All right, well, if you're dealing with a case in Tulsa Municipal Court and you're talking about having a jury trial, you're definitely not going to want to do that on your own. You're going to want competent legal representation for that. And before those big decisions can be made, you're going to want legal advice after you consult with an attorney with your specific circumstances. So don't just take this information from the video. Get advice from an attorney privately. To get that done with an attorney at my office, you can go online to makelawEasy.com.